Yes, you will see red, white, and blue on Saturday, but which country will don those colors in the semifinals? It's the United States versus France to wrap up the quarterfinal action of the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. This is Aaron Sanders. Welcome again, everybody. We saw earlier today that Australia and Canada will play in the semifinals tomorrow, and Spain just topped Portugal 68-58, and now they await the winner of this game to see what will happen. Only one piece of the puzzle missing in the semifinals, and that will be solved in the next hour and change. USA and France for the 9th time in U19 play. For the 8th time, I should say. USA with a record of 6-1 against France all time. The last time they met was a couple of years ago in the semifinals, in which France fell to the States, in which the States defeated Spain for the gold medal, of course. The last time France won a game against the USA, you have to go all the way back to the 1993 semifinals. Team USA definitely setting a standard. They have a 25-game winning streak on the line, which started back in 2019. And a win today will allow them to break their own record. France, they dropped 3 spots in the FIBA Power Rankings, or the FIBA U19 Power Rankings. Instead of being in 2nd, they are now in 5th. But they've been able to take care of business against Czechia by the score of 65-31 back on Wednesday. They are led by Nell Longloma, who has 17.7 points per game. That is good for 7th coming into today. And also by Sarah Cisse, who averages a double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds, which is 3rd in the entire tournament. Team USA is led by a handful of players, but none other than Sienna Betts, who averages a double-double, 4th in scoring with 18 points per game, 2nd on the boards at 10 points, at 10 of them a game. Team USA is placed 1st in pretty much every stat you could think of, except for the free throw line, where they're 6th at 68%. France comes into today as the best team out of the two in rebounds, averaging 50 a game, which is 4th. And that's the best stat that they have heading into today. We see USA being introduced. We welcome all either tuning into the FIBA YouTube channel. Let us know where you're tuning in from in the live chat, and we'll get to you as soon as we can. The streak is on the line for Team USA, and France, they're on the road to redemption. We'll find out what happens in a matter of moments. But first, let's step aside for the national anthems. Will it be red, white, and blue, or rouge, blanc, et bleu in the semifinals tomorrow? We're moments away in the quarterfinal matchup in the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. It is the 8th meeting between the United States of America and France in U19 play. USA looking to set the all-time record in consecutive wins in tournaments play. France looking for their first win and an upset over the United States for the first time in 32 years. We're a few minutes away from the tip-off. Let's take a look at the officials for this quarterfinal matchup. From Canada, you have Nathaniel Saunders. From Lithuania, Gintaras Mačiulis. And from China, Yiji Gao. And the starting fives are locked in for both teams. Let's take a look at France's first as they start. Starting lineup for France is Stella Colas, Aissatou Kita, Ines Pitar-Grenell, Sarah Cisse, and Nell Angloma. This is Aaron Sanders on the call. Glad that you're joining us. And for the United States, they start with Sanaya Hall, fifth best scorer in the U19s with 18 points per game. Third in shooting at 54%. Jordan Lee and Jazzy Davidson, part of the starting 5-2, along with Kaylee Heckel and Sienna Betts. We are a minute away from tip-off. Spain awaits the winner of this matchup in the semifinals tomorrow. France, fifth in the U19 power rankings. USA first in the U19 power rankings, with a handful of players that a lot of people say deserve MVP honors, and you're going to see a handful of them today. France will hit the floor with their navy jerseys and USA with their white jerseys. The tip will be between Sarah Cisse and Sienna Betts. And the final quarterfinal matchup is underway with USA getting possession. Jordan Lee trying to swing it down to Kaylee Heckel and was immediately met by Pitar-Grenell. We have more than 2,000 of you tuning in live. Let us know where you're tuning in from in the live chat, and we'll give you a shout out along the way. Carry on the conversation on social media by using the hashtag FIBA U19. And let us know who you think is going to win the game by playing the U19 World Cup game predictor and win some great prizes along the way. Here is Pitar-Grenell with the feed. and she gets it back. Feed underneath the Cisse. She is met by the double team, and that's taken by Jazzy Davidson. Baseball pass ahead to Kaylee Heckel, who averages 7 points per game and gets the first bucket in the quarterfinal. Nell Angloma with the first touch as Stella Colas, one of the top guards in the U19, she gets the ball. Was looking for a pass downstairs, but nobody was open. Ball for real tuning in for Toronto. Incidentally, I'm calling this game by way of Windsor, Ontario, just a few hours away from the GTA. Julian Drayton-Monroe tuning in from Elizabeth, New Jersey. Julian's been watching the U19 since the start. Julie Clark from the last quarterfinal game tuning in from Tennessee. Lawrence Hufford back near Reno, Nevada. And Ty McGee tuning in from Kentucky. Minute has gone by in the first quarter. 2-0 USA. Sienna Betts trying to set the screen, and now it's Sanaya Hall. She has 3 seconds to work with on the shot clock. Flies into the lane and draws a foul. Foul committed by Sarah Cisse, her first. And with Sanaya Hall going to the foul line, it could work in USA's favor as she shoots 78% from the foul line. Sanaya Hall, 18 points per game, 5th best scorer coming into tonight. 3rd best shooter, too, at 54%. Tournament high, 23 points against Korea in their group opener. She misses her first free throw of the day. Eric Z or Zed tuning in from the Nickel City, Sudbury. It's also home of the defending Basketball Super League champion, Sudbury 5. And Eric, I'm sure you're proud of the Sudbury 5. Incidentally, I do play-by-play for the Windsor Express. Those two played in the BSL finals, but nonetheless, we're back to the game. More than a minute has gone by in the first quarter. Double team, won by Sienna Betts. It is a 3-on-3 opportunity, and Stella Colas takes the ball. Anthony Didney tuning in from Lille, France. USA early lead. Here's the skip pass to Pitash Grinnell, up and under. We have a lot of fans tuning in from New Orleans, or a lot of people say New Orleans. Alexander Emezi tuning in from France, from Antarctica too, all around the world. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Quick layup is denied as Nell Angloma gets stopped, and it's picked up by Colas, who goes off the glass and in. France finally gets on the scoreboard, and with 2 minutes and 3 seconds going by, Stella Colas picks up her first foul. And we have a viewer tuning in from the hometown of Macho Man Randy Savage, Sarasota, Florida. Ball taken away by Angloma as she leads the charge. Underneath, and it doesn't go down for Pitash Grinnell. Slow start for both of these teams. USA averaging 112 points per game. France 71. There's a shot underneath. That goes down for Sienna Betts. Betts, a 63% shooter overall, which is second in the U19. Gets her bucket to go. Here's the dribble drive. Long Gloma. It's a 1-point game once again. USA defending gold medalists from the previous U19s. Bet down low, trying to go for the overhead pass for Jordan Lee, and that gets deflected everywhere. They'll stay with the States. Underneath the basket, that goes straight to Jazzy Davidson, who's able to pick it up. Goes one-on-one against Collis. Betts met by her match, but still recovers and put it in. She had the whole world against her off of that pass, and she was still able to make it. Angloma, who scored the last bucket on the last trip down for France, goes coast to coast to the right side and finishes off with the right hand. Angloma, 7th best shooter in the U19s this year. Had a tournament high of 21 points against Brazil in their group opener. Drive from Lee. Back to Bet. Upstairs to Hall for 3. Misses. Followed up by Lee. Lee, fall away, short. Hall, the rebound. Misses the putback. And it's picked up by Collis. Collis going deep for Cisse. There's those fast break plays which could really help France if they could stay on the ball. They get their first lead of the game, 8-7. Tush Grinnell playing one-on-one with Heckel. Heckel being hassled as that goes to Hall. Hall from downtown, book it. Hall calls for the ball and gets 3 more to make it 10-8. Delacolas, 8 points per game. Looking for her first bucket. Instead sends it to Cisse, who doesn't get the triple. Cisse and Pratash Grinnell heads to the bench as Anis Tagayi and Ayanoa Risashe checks in. We're exactly at the halfway mark in the first quarter. USA 10, France 8. What do you think will be the MVP of the U19s when it's all said and done? Cast your votes in the link pinned in the live chat. Also like to welcome Carlos Wilson, who's now a rookie tier member of the YouTube membership program. You have a stoppage of play. I could tell you more about that as they make a decision on something. We have exclusive content and a Q&A session on Discord, which I and a handful of commentators participate in. So ask us some questions over on Discord, but only if you subscribe to the FIBA YouTube community today. A lot of fans filing in the live chat. As we appreciate you stopping by. This is the final quarterfinal matchup and also my final game in the U19s this year. And I'll say my thank yous near the end of the game. But in the meantime, we're back into play. And it's Jordan Lee operating with the rock. Lee squeaks by. Here's a 3-ball from Sanaya Hall. She's hit one of them already. Misses it. Pulled down by Betts. Another chance for a 3-ball. Nothing there for Jazzy Davidson. It's back to Collis. Collis to Risashe. One of the few players that played in last year's U17 World Cup. She goes to the bucket and misses. And a pass intended for Lee, but she was behind on the play, which will give the ball back to France. Now Angloma has 4 points for France. And for the States, it is Sienna Betts with 4. Tomorrow in the semifinal matchup, it will be Canada and Australia, followed by the winner of this game against Spain. And both of those games will be called by one of the top commentators in FIBA, Greg Fada. And then on Sunday, Michael Cerroti and Justin Taylor will wrap it up in the bronze and gold medal games. That shot is a no-go and is picked up by Betts. Across the floor, Sanaya Hall goes for the spin move, cuts right and then goes left, fires it away and puts it down. Oh, mercy. Doesn't get any prettier than that. That is a shot for the ages. Stella Kessler into the ball game. 11 points in the group opener against Brazil. Looked for the pass and it's scooped up by Hall. Hall all along. Lee flings it to Betts. Betts gives it up again, and now it's Kaylee Heckel right near the logo. Shot clock reads 8. Clock down to 5. Heckel hassles and scores. She wheels and deals from the left elbow. USA up top by 6. Angloma, the leading scorer for France, immediately met by Sanaya Hall, who picks up the foul. To Tony Thatch, thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate you tuning in. It's been an honor and a privilege to do the U19's Men's and Women's World Cup once again. I've been doing this for a few years now, folks. And I hope I'm able to do more tournaments along the way. I've done the chat party for the Olympics last year, and a handful of tournaments along with the Road to the BAL and the Women's Afro Basket and Change. It's always an outstanding moment when FIBA is able to put their trust in you to call some action. Stella Kessler gets fouled as she heads to the foul line. And this will be France's first go at the line. A big welcome to other fans tuning in, and I know they're from Canada. Hello to Coco, Ollie, and Neen, who are tuning in from as far as Toronto and as close as Kingsville. First free throw, no good for Kessler, who was flawless at the line before that free throw. And she misses both. Picked up by Cisse. Cisse not having trouble at all kissing it off the glass. She misses it, plays volleyball with it, and it's back upstairs. Another chance for Les Bleus. Cisse met by Jersey Robinson. 3 in the key is called, and it goes back to the USA. Robinson, good job establishing her position near the restricted area. 14-8 is the score with 2:30 to go in the opening quarter in this quarterfinal matchup. The last one before we go to the semis tomorrow afternoon. Ball nearly recovered, but picked up by Kate Harpring. Harpring, beautiful spin move, doesn't get the finish. Here comes Stella up top to Kita, who gets the teardrop. .10's the score. France hanging on. USA, remember, their 25-game winning streak, which ties their own record, is on the line. France looking to play spoiler in the U19 women's bracket. Down to 3 on the shot clock. Betts setting the screen. Spot up Jay from Lee, and she gets it down. Clock continues to roll on with Tagayi getting the pass. Spin move from Risache. She is met by Harpring. Ball recovered by Kessler as she picks it up from the backcourt. Last touch by the red, white, and blue. Crossover Kessler goes from the elbow, flings it away. That goes off the glass. 24-second violation since the ball did not hit the rim. Down to the final minute and 7 in the opening quarter. A low-scoring affair for both of these teams. USA averaging 112 a game, France 71. They're below the pace. There is 7 seconds on the shot clock. Here is Madden Greenway having trouble with a lot of blue shirts. Here's Jordan Lee, skips into the lane, counted that, and a foul. Jordan Lee will look for the three-point play. As she was met by Angloma and Cisse. Foul is committed by Angloma. Lee shoots 86% of the foul line. The Texas Longhorn will shoot 1. She's one of the many players that was part of the USA U18 America Championship team a year ago, and which gave them the right to qualify in this year's U19s. 19-10 USA. A 2-for-1 opportunity on the way for France if they play this well. Kessler and company, as we have a foul underneath. Yvette Jones tuning in from Centennial, Colorado, along with Ava LaPrairie from the capital of Texas, Austin. By the way, before I moved to Windsor, I lived in San Antonio for 6 years. So there's a lot of Texas fans out here. Here's Kessler, three-point land. That bounces everywhere but down the hatch. Shot clock turned off for the final 20 seconds to play. Crossover dribble, Greenway. Greenway grabbed by Kessler. The official Nathaniel Saunders with a quick conversation with Arielle Bonan, the head coach of France. It will be Greenway to play it in. Harpring, wide open. That doesn't go. Picked up by Sania Soka. One more chance. Jersey Robinson at the horn. Doesn't get it to fall. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. USA 19, France 10. Second quarter coming up in the final quarterfinal matchup in the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. Sanaya Hall's the leading scorer of the game. She has 6 points for USA, and Nell Angloma leads the way for France with 4 as we are moments away from the start of the second quarter. This is Aaron Sanders on the call for the final quarterfinal matchup. The final piece of the puzzle soon to be filled in, with Spain awaiting the winner of this contest. In the first quarter, USA shot 47% from the field. France shot 35%. Sienna Betts goes to Hall, and she misfires. France having trouble with Colas, Risache, Pitarch, Grenell, Cisse, and Angloma. Shot doesn't go. Loose ball on the play, recovered by Angloma. Angloma with a little reset. Screen from Risache, gives it to her. 3 on the way, and Risache with the 1, 2, 3. She gets her first field goal in the quarterfinal, and it's 19-13. Robinson, Hall, Harpring, Greenway, and Betts, the 5 for USA. Harpring with a crossover dribble. Over to Hall. Hall stutter steps, fires away from the wing. Splish, splash, catch. Hall connects on her second triple. It is back up to 9. Colas, bounce pass to Risache. One of the few members of last year's U17 World Cup team. Downstairs, Sarah Cisse, up and no good. Big fight for Inez Pitarch-Grenell. With USA getting a foul. Quick changes for United States. Jazzy Davidson in the lineup. In the jump ball situation, France gets possession. Chest pass, Colas. Colas, left side. Squeaks it over near the apron. 3 to shoot. Here's Pitarch-Grenell. 1 step, 1 fire, misses. France a lot of chances down low, but haven't been able to cash in. 2 minutes have gone by in quarter number 2. This is Kaylee Heckel. 7 points per game. Goes for the circus shot and draws the foul. Stella Colas was the only one that took on Heckel. Heckel, a 60% shooter from the line, will make her first trip. In the meantime, Asiatu Kita checks in. USA 2 of 3 in free throws this afternoon, but already snagged a total of 12 rebounds. That is a +2 over France. Heckel delivers and knocks down the first. 5 points so far for Kaylee Heckel. Also part of that championship U18 AmeriCup team. Was part of the all-second team last year. USA squeaked through Group A with an undefeated record. 25 games without a blemish. That goes all the way back to 2019. There's a steal, and it's Jazzy Davidson who misses the layup. Angloma bursting with speed. Out to Risache, another trois. Nothing there. Heckel plays it in the pocket. 7:23 to go until halftime. France with the lone team foul. Foul underneath as a battle between Betts and Kita. We have a lot of fans tuning in to this final quarterfinal game. Let us know where you're tuning in from. There's a handful of Texans. We've seen a couple of fans from New Orleans. And around the world too. Spot up Jay. Hall, no good. Gets her own rebound. Takes 1 step with a flamingo floater, and she fires it in. And it's becoming a runaway game for the States as they lead by 13. France will talk it over with 7:13 to go. We'll be right back. It's a usual outburst of scoring for Team USA to start the second quarter. They're outscoring Le Bleu 7-3, but it is a big problem, un gros problème, for France, as they have not been able to respond to the dynamic prowess that is Sanaya Hall and Sienna Betts. H. Thomas Taylor tuning in from Ecuador, and Curtis Taylor tuning in from the Hoosier State, home of the Fever and this year's WNBA All-Star game, if I'm not mistaken. Here's a spin move from Wisache. Nice shot on the way. That doesn't go, and Betts bullies her way for the board. She is met by the double team. It's broken up by Jazzy Davison, who goes for the baseball pass. That is picked off. France on the move. Colas with the whip around. Angloma fakes on the three. Gets close. One step. Shot no good. Another chance for Kita. The shot clock continues. Nice crossover from Wisache. A killer crossover. And Kita gets the jumper from the elbow. (26-15). United States ahead over France in this all-important quarterfinal. Sienna Betts trying to back down Kita. Gets the tough shot to go. Sienna Betts putting USA over 50% in two-pointers and close to 30. Wisache having troubles. Back to Kita. Bullets one over to Colas, who misses the layup. Gets her own rebound. Goes cross-court, and it's picked off. Jordan Lee on the move. Circus shot up and no good. That would have been the shot of the day. Angloma all by herself. Heartbreak City. In the second quarter, it's USA 9, France 5. USA led by Sanaya Hall, the only player in double-digit figures with 11. Kita and Angloma with 4 points each. 28-17. France with the jumper. Cross-court pass. Hall finding Davidson and misses. Wisache, corner pocket, doesn't get it. And it's Davidson on the follow-up, taken by Wisache, who feeds it to Cisse. One fake. And two free throws are coming up for France for their third and fourth for the game. They are 0 for 2. And France will get a pair of free throws when we return from the timeout. We played more than halfway in the second quarter. USA leads 28-17. France desperately needs some buckets, and they may get some points at the foul line. These two teams met 2 years ago in the semifinals. And a first free throw barrels its way in for Sarah Cisse. A 75% free throw shooter. Sienna Betts with the foul, incidentally. And Cisse calmly, collectively knocks both of them down. (28-19), that's your score with 4:36 to go until halftime. Sanaya Hall, the red-hot shooter for USA today. There's been only a total of 12 points in the paint between these two teams. Bet looking to make the shot. Nothing for Bet. Cisse on the rebound. Angloma had two white shirts going after her, is able to give that pass away. Shot clock reads 7. Risache outside. Matter of fact, that was Stella Kessler with a stellar shot. Full court pressure applied by Les Bleus. Lee trying to put the moves on Angloma, and it's Betts that cleans it up and puts it in. USA at the 30-point mark. Sarah Cisse puts the move on Hall. Not only she got the ice cream scoop to put in, she also put on the sprinkles to make it 30-24. Heckel with the ball. Heckel is guarded by Kessler. Heckel going behind the back. That doesn't get her anywhere. The three is good again for Hall. Hall all ball as she makes another triple. Kessler, set shot, Kidda, yes. USA noticing that Kessler has been dynamite in the last couple of plays. But once all the attention was brought to her, that left Kidda open from the left elbow. A 7-point game that may be reduced to 5 thanks to Ainoa Risache. France on a run. 4-0 for Le Rouge, Blanc et Bleu. Shot clock reads 10. Betts in trouble. Bailed out by Hall. Was looking for another triple. That one doesn't fly. Risache trying to get the rebound. Tight roping the baseline is Kessler as she's on the move. Kessler downstairs, underneath, Kidda. That is turned over, and Hall on the prowl as she is on fuego. We've seen Sanaya Hall take care of business in the round of 16 against China. And now the USA's picking up the pace with France calling. You know, prior to the game, Sanaya Hall averaged 18 points a contest, which is 5th best in this year's U19s. She's close to that average. She now has 16 points off of that strip and the bucket to add with her 4 rebounds and a dime. And France so far hasn't had any answer to the pressure that the States have been applying. But it's been a close second quarter. France narrowly outscoring USA 18-16, but they have some trouble as it's now 18 as Jordan Lee gets the laner and the and one. She got the pick and points. And France looking to make some adjustments after that. Close to 6,000 of you tuning in live as we have coverage from Brno, Czechia. Jordan Lee makes the and one. Thank you for joining us. Near steal picked up by Angloma, who goes for a baseball pass, this time to Pitar Skrinnell. Leaner no good. Rebound Davidson. Davison played it to Heckel. Heckel guarded by another number 12, Pitar Skrinnell. Jersey Robinson's first touch results in a foul away from the ball. Jersey Robinson, a Phoenix, Arizona native, has won 2 gold medals so far with Team USA. 2 years ago, participated in the FIBA America's U16 Championship in Mexico, where she was the youngest player ever to win MVP. 14 years old. Last year, took the gold in the U17 World Cup against Canada, in which Canada was their biggest challenge yet for the red, white, and blue. Meanwhile, Sienna Betts is at the foul line. She misses her first. She is second in boards at 10.3 per game and in shooting 63%, 4th in points per game at 18.3. She misses both. They will stay with France. Tyson tuning in from Canada as they're on their way to the semifinals against Australia. Here's the dribble drive from Angloma, and that goes in. She was able to release it wide enough to get it away from the outreach arms of the USA. Final minute, first half. USA ahead by 8. There's a crossover and the drive. It goes back to France off of the offensive foul. France looking for some firepower. They are stuck by 8. They are over the foul limit. There's the entry pass for Angloma, last deflected by Robinson. And France deals with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Risache to play it over. Angloma in trouble. Bounce pass now to Naima Quadio. Angloma with a hard tumble as she skies in for the layup. 2 free throws are on the way. Angloma's first trip of the foul line after picking up 6 points, 3 rebounds, a dime, and a cookie. First free throw up and in. Now Angloma's second free throw goes down as she approaches the 10-point mark. There's Jersey Robinson to play it in. Jersey has yet to score. The youngest U16 America's MVP 2 years ago. Hoping to get the ball very soon. Betts rejected by Quadio. Loose ball tie-up with 1 8/10 seconds to go. And the possession arrow will go to the States. Plenty of time for USA to get the ball and shoot. Sienna Betts playing on the right side of the key. Jersey Robinson will play it in with less than 2 seconds to go until halftime. Robinson, there's a sky pass overhead. They'll count if it goes, and Heckel misses the J. USA with a slim 6-point lead in the break, 38-32 over France. These two countries have gone back and forth in the history of the U19 World Cup, and it's awfully close. We'll take a step aside, and I'll let you know the top scorer is Sanaya Hall, who has 16 points off of 50% shooting. For France, they're being led by Sarah Cisse, who's done her damage down low. She is 3 of 6 for a total of 8 points and 4 rebounds. This is Aaron Sanders. We'll have more coverage of the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup in about 14 minutes.
Education, health, justice. We sometimes take these simple things for granted. They're not common for all of us. We are all born on the same planet, but not with the same opportunities.
Whatever our gender, color, belief, or capability, we are one. We are all on the same team. Let's convince those who never thought they would do it that they can. We can. Together, we are stronger. No matter your origin, basketball can bring everyone together. Basketball for good.
a moment. It's a time unlike any before.
It's not a request, not a maybe, not a someday. This is now.
Feel our presence, built on strength
And drive, not rising. We are arriving, not hoping, but owning.
This isn't a moment, it's movement. Constant, relentless.
Every cut, every pass, every shot. Earned, taken,
Undeniable. The future, it's already here.
forged in sweat,
ruled by queens.
When we move, the whole game shifts.
And we're unstoppable in all directions. We own the game.
in Brno, Czechia. A handful of fans filing into the arena, along with some special guests like Duke Blue Devil coach Kira Lawson and South Carolina coach Dawn Staley, looking in and scouting Team USA as they lead 38-32 with the start of the third quarter. This is Aaron Sanders on the call, and the last quarterfinal game in this year's FIBA U19 Women's World Cup, and my last game for the tournament as well. We thank you all for tuning in. Hope you're able to let us know where you're tuning in from. A handful of you are tuning in, and with some great thoughts too. France is being led by the dynamic duo Sarah Cisse and Nell Angloma, 8 points apiece for a total of 16. And Team USA has been led by Sanaya Hall, who has 16 points. It's Ayanoa Risache who starts the third quarter, but the inbounds for France. A winning streak is on the line, and so is a trip to the semifinals against Spain. We start the third quarter. Here is Nell Angloma. 8 points already for her. Gives it to another player that has 8. Cisse stops in the lane, goes for the Euro step and gets it down over Sanaya Hall. 38-34. France playing up front as far as defense is concerned, and a huge strip from Sarah Cisse against one of the big Sienna Betts. Spin move from Angloma, cuts to the right side, goes off the window and is fouled by Betts. Sienna Betts ended up with 8 points in the first half. She picks up her second foul of the game. France is 4 of 6 at the line. And Nell Angloma 2 for 2 for the moment. She gets down her first. Angloma's tournament high this year is against Brazil when she dropped 21 points. She has 9 off of the 1 of 2 trip at the foul line. Cisse moves over everybody and misses, and is picked up. USA on the run, it's a 3-on-2. Lee holding it down. Sanaya Hall banks it in for 2. It has been her game and tournament, averaging 18 points a contest. She has surpassed that average. Overhead pass down to Risache, misses the reverse. Jazzy Davidson with the touch, falls away and hits over Nell Angloma. The J stands for Jazzy as she gets her first J. 7 points, that's the difference in the start of the third. Risache having trouble. She is met and smothered by Kaylee Heckel. Fires it over her anyhow. Rebound, batted down and taken by Colas. Delacolas feeding it near the line. Kita with another set shot. Aissatou Kita dropping it to make it 42-37. France being more wise in terms of boxing out and finding the open player. Davidson, Angloma puts her hand up, and it's out to Sanaya Hall, who misses a 3. She was on fire from three-point land in the first 20 minutes of play. That shot will not go down for her. Colas, a very good guard for Les Bleus this year. Kita away from her comfort zone, 4 to shoot. Angloma takes 1 step, fires away from the center, and that's too strong. Great box out from the States as Sienna Betts picks it up. Running the floor, the Euro step and everything for Kaylee Heckel. She covered all 90-plus feet of the floor to give the USA a 7-point lead. France not backing down one bit as they continue to add some damage into the paint. Angloma will head to the foul line. Here's a quick game reset for you. The largest lead has belonged to the States with 13 points. There's been a total of 2 lead changes in the game. And in points in the paint, USA leading that by the score of 24-18. But France has been capitalizing off on the fast break, forcing 8 turnovers from the States, turned it to 11 points off the turnovers, and 11 second chance points too. Free throw up and in for Angloma. She came into this game shooting 61%. She's looking to go 2 for 2 on this trip, and she does. France slowly but surely coming back. Angloma returns to the bench. We played more than 3 minutes in the second half. Jersey Robinson in the lineup, goes for the bounce pass for Harpring. Harpring, a number 10 against a number 10. She's able to get away from Risache. Kaylee Heckel trying to squeak by Quadio. Earlier today, we saw Canada and Australia punch their ticket into the semifinals. They'll play against each other tomorrow. Spain took care of Portugal in hopes of defending their podium finish from 2 years ago. The winner of this game will face Spain. Shot clock reads 5. Harpring looking for Betts, and that is taken away. And Colas operates. Bullets cutting in left side over Betts and swirls it in. And it's a hard task to get through Sienna Betts, but Colas went around the world, and it's a turnover. Tagayi responsible for it. A 1-possession game. Risache, lightning quick crossover over Harpring. The teardrop from Colas is met by Lee. We have a handful of you tuning in from Germany and Southern California. We thank you for joining us. Stella Kessler back into the France lineup. Kessler with 1 3-pointer in the game. Pass goes to Risache. Risache, nice screen from Quadio. Goes for the one-legger and misses. I've noticed in the live chat a lot of Canadians tuning in. If you're from Canada, whereabouts are you from? Harpring trying to break away from Kessler, doesn't, has to skip it over. Here's Jersey, misses the J. And another chance for the US of A. Lee, met by Risache. Heckel with 5 on the clock. Heckel cuts in, left side, fakes, fires, misses. It appeared that she slipped, and she is still on the floor. And Heckel able to get back up. Overhead pass inside for 2. That's good for Cisse. Lucas tuning in from the Forest City, London, Ontario. That's 2 hours away from where I am. As Ayanoa Risache goes to the bench. We got Lucas tuning in from London. A member tuning in from Quebec City. And you got somebody from Windsor, Ontario on the play-by-play for this game. The slimmest of all possible leads belongs to USA. They have the rock. They go down to Betts. Their bread and butter. And Sienna Betts brings them back up by 3. Betts now in double-digit figures. Angloma poked away by Betts. They retain possession. Shot clock running out. Angloma with the fall away. Doesn't get that one to go. Cisse spinning all the way around the world and takes the elbow to Betts. Earlier we saw Kaylee Heckel shaken up, and hopefully she is okay. That Harpring trying to break away from the smothering Les Bleus defense. Harpring immediately to Greenway. Greenway near the logo. USA ahead in the quarterfinal. Robinson, no, and a whistle with 3:55 to go. Stella Kessler called for the foul. We have Ollie from Kingsville tuning into the game. Jordan Lee heads right out. As Aissatou Kita checks in for Quadio. In the meantime, Emily Skinner replaces Jordan Lee for the red, white, and blue. And Jersey's having a hard time getting in the scoring department today. Tournament high 15 points, and the Group A opener against Korea, averaging 11.5 points per game in the U19. She misses both free throws. Betts try to poke at it, but it's Aissatou Kita to win the battle. Kessler makes one move and a gorgeous 1-2. Stella becoming stellar for France. Back to a one-point game. Overhead pass, Emily Skinner, 3-ball, in and out. Betts able to take it. Harpring, nice crossover dribble, unable to finish. It'll be France ball. And Ball for Real, one of the top YouTubers when it comes to basketball in Canada, tuning in from East York, Ontario. That's outside of Toronto. France looking to go ahead on this trip. They have not led in the game. They're looking to change that on this possession. Kita unable to get her set shot and unable to get that pass to go. Emily Skinner with the steal. 3-on-1 USA. They're sharing the ball pretty well, but Betts does not get it to go as she takes down Kita. And Sienna Betts having a hard time underneath the bucket, with Kita establishing her position. It has been a tight-knit one. Kessler leading the way in the third quarter. Swings it over to Kidda. Kidda for the lead. No. They're looking to break one of the longest winning streaks in U19 history. The reverse finger roll is good. Emily Skinner gets on the scoreboard. There's a lot of fans tuning in from Quebec, so bienvenue les Québécois. Thank you for tuning in. Kessler running out of options. Passes it to Angloma. Angloma looking for help. 2 on the shot clock. Angloma does not let it fly in time. Shot clock violation. Emma Brown tuning in the area of Danforth and Maine. We have a tight one. This game has been tighter than super glue on Velcro. Kate Harpring falls away and is short. Loose ball recovered by France, and they lose it. Once again, Greg Fata, one of the many voices for FIBA, will be on the call for the semifinal matchups. He will have Canada and Australia and Spain against the winner of USA and France. And it's been a good one so far. 90 seconds in the third. Both teams, one more foul to give. Nice defense from Petar Strenel. More than 7,000 people tuning in live to the quarterfinal matchup, the one to end the round. 3 to shoot. Up and under for Betts as she is smothered by the double team. If there is one person that's been smothered like gravy on Thanksgiving turkey in this game, it's been Sienna Betts. Sienna usually the go-to player for USA. She currently has 11 points and 7 rebounds. She knocks both of them down, which gives USA a bit of a cushion. 50-45, that's where we stand in the waning moments of the third. Colas got the handoff, plays it to Risache. Risache against Skinner. Angloma in trouble, goes to Kidda, denied on the shot. Angloma 6 to shoot, give and go, Kitta. And a tie-up. Chad Eldridge tuning in from Bloomington, Indiana. Welcome aboard. We're down to the final minute in the third. Hall trying to beat the 2-3 trap. Nothing there as she gets rejected by Risache, but follows it up with the deuce. The difference is 7. Colas on the pull-up, doesn't get it. A difference of 6 seconds on the shot and game clock. A whip around past the bed is thwarted by Colas. Colas getting things ready for a play. Cisse around, sets the screen for Colas, who gets it back She's nearing the key. Here's Patosh Grinnell on the floater. Doesn't get that one to drop. The USA will get a last possession with 2 seconds. Henry Alcon's tuning in from Topeka, Kansas. France gets some adjustments down as Anise Tagayi checks in for one more possession. USA ball. Third quarter. Harpring lets it fly and throws a frozen rope and it doesn't go. That will do it for the third quarter, with the States leading France 52-45. They're being led by Sanaya Hall. Even though she picked up 4 points in the quarter, she has a total of 20. And Sienna Betts stepping up, she has 12. France being led by Sarah Cisse with 12 and 6. Fourth quarter is coming up. Both teams ready to lock in for the final 10 minutes of regulation. USA leads France 52-45. They have won 25 games in a row. They're looking to break that record, their own record, in U19 competition, should they pull through with a victory. However, France is trying to defy and deny all of that after being defeated by the States 2 years ago in the U19 semifinals. France is looking for redemption. USA is looking for a new record. But the constant between these two teams, one of them is looking for a trip to the semifinals. Colas, Kita, Risache, Patosh Grinnell, and Angloma starts for France in the fourth. In the third quarter, USA narrowly edged France 14-13. Nell Angloma making the free throw line one of her spaces today. She is now 6 of 7 for a total of 12 points. Her efficiency is at a +9. (52-47). Bullet pass to Hall, top scorer of the game. Skinner flings it to Harpring. Harpring with an easy 2. Oh, the donut missed the coffee there. Angloma finding Kita from top of the key. Yes. And that has been her key bread and butter. Kita now in double-digit figures, the second player for France to accomplish that in the game. 52-49. Skinner getting a lot of touches in the second half, and it pays off with the teardrop. Early stages, fourth quarter. Final game of the quarterfinals. Colas with the move and misses the bucket. And Colas is right behind it, but Harpring beats her on the foot race. Underneath, Emily Skinner goes 2 for 2. 2 teardrops for Skinner. And what a run for the States to make it 56-49. Timeout, France. Down to the nitty-gritty in the fourth quarter, 8:28 to play. USA leading France 56-49. With Spain awaiting the winner of this one. You see the possession arrow, it's going to go USA way. France ball. Angloma having trouble finding Colas. Now she's guarded by Lee. Strong pick from Kidda. Colas fires away, picked up by Lee. Here comes Kate Harpring. Harpring active on the floor today with no points. USA well below their average of 112 points per game. France usually averaging 71 points. They're at 49. A tick above 8 minutes to play in regulation. 3 ball, no. Kita on the rebound. And Ayanoa Risache wasting no time, rushing to the other end. PAR, Kita fakes on Betts, drives over everybody. An extra pass on Gloma to Colas, a 3 ball, no. And Colas follows up, goes for the teardrop and misses it. So we'll go back to the United States. We're going to see Ines Pitarch-Grenell back in. Game summary. USA shooting 44%, France 36. France doing better than the USA with the foul line. They're shooting 75%. Here's a crossover move from Harpring. Dances. Swings it to Hall. Hall for 2. Tough shot and is well contested by Cisse. Baseball pass as Risache finds Cisse. And Sienna Betts gets the errant ball. We played 3 minutes in the fourth. 7 points is the difference. USA ahead. Skinner falls away. Missed it. Betts, smothered by the double team, jumps, dribbles, fires, misses. And it will be France ball. We have Freddy Martinez Estevez tuning in from Puerto Rico. We thank you for tuning in. And for those who want to see more great features from the FIBA YouTube channel, sign up for the membership. We have 3 tiers: rookie, starter, and MVP, and you'll have exclusive content along with videos, the Discord Q&A session, which I'm a part of, along with all the other commentators, and more exciting perks. 6:28 remaining in the game. It's a 7-point lead for the States. Kita in the foul line, out to Petosh Grinnell for 3. Petosh Grinnell with the 1-2 to keep Le Bleu in the ball game. Harpering having trouble getting away from the sachet as they reset for Hall. Hall to the 10 for 2. And here is Kessler. No. Scooped up by Skinner. Skinner working on a 3-on-2. She slips underneath the area. And it's Betts who resets. And then deflects to lead. 5 on the clock. And a foul. Despite the 6-point deficit that France has, they have more offensive rebounds, 13-11. The rebounding game awfully close. USA 35, France 34. We'll have some free throws when we return. Brno, Czechia is the place for the quarterfinal matchup in the FIBA U19 Women's World Cup. Another close one. Too close to call is a 6-point lead for the States, with Jordan Lee going back to the foul line. Jordan Lee with 8 points, 5 boards today, and was perfect at the foul line until that shot. She is now 2 of 3. She makes it 59-52. Angloma, one of the players that really has to turn it on in the final 5 in 20 for France. Angloma with 13 points. And Kita has 10. Swings it back out to Petosh Grinnell. 4 to shoot. Kessler out. Angloma over Skinner. And it will be ruled out of bounds. A big hello to Shady JD. This is my last game of the U19s this year. If I don't give him a shout out, then we're definitely missing out. He's been one of the best fans of the U19s, been very active in the live chats the last week and change. Outside, Betts looks for Hall. Emily Skinner for 3, short. The air ball snagged up by Skinner, swallowed up, picked up by Betts, and she puts it in. And we're going to have a discussion here. Nope, it won't count. It's a shot clock violation. A shot clock violation after all of that hustle, but the ball did not hit the rim to reset the shot clock to 14. But they may look at this, and they will. We have 4:36 to play. And here we go. 0.1 reads on the shot clock. You see the light go on. Being reminded of that song from the 70s, Flashlights. The two goes for Sienna Beth. Sienna able to get it off in time. Amazing. So Betts with a huge bucket to put the States ahead by 9. Delacolas and France have not led throughout the entirety of this game. Angloma called for traveling. Coming up with 4 minutes to go. USA way below their average of 112 big ones a game. They're halfway towards that average. Lee slides in and called for the foul. Stella Colas holding her ground. Angloma plays it to Colas, who picked up a couple of field goals. Down to Cisse, who hasn't scored much in the second half, goes for the reverse and is denied by Hall. Hall got all ball on the block. Lee trying to break free from Colas. She's been given the right side. Now it's out to Heckel for 3. Put her there. Kaylee Heckel knocking down the huge triple. With France taking another timeout. Winding down things in this quarterfinal, the U19 Women's World Cup, USA ahead 64-52. Thanks to a big three from Kaylee Heckel from Jordan Lee. Here's the pull-up from Angloma, which goes. It is now a 10-point game. Angloma picking up her 15th point. Heckel, hop step. Jump past the lead. Lee trying to go by Risache. Gets the pick. Downstairs to Bet. Bet, high-low pass, and the shot doesn't fall. Another chance for France as Colas misses the layup. France getting their second team foul. Interesting song choice being blasted over the speakers, and Brno, and that pass is deflected. Here comes Vitar-Skrinnell for two. She has the foul and will go to the line. Line Vitar-Skrinnell. France really have to buckle down from the line. Skrinnell with her 4th point. This is just her first trip to the foul line, and she goes 1 for 2. Huge rebound from Angloma. Angloma was looking for Risache, but brings it back upstairs. Top side, Cisse from Angloma, and misses the layup. Underneath, Emily Skinner. If she would have gone up with it, she would have got a foul. Cisse with a huge block. Cisse says, Seven to go. Bet trying to run, set a pick on the left side. Heckel with 1 to shoot, goes for the teardrop, that doesn't fall. Cisse with a monster rebound. France not putting the foot off the pedal just yet. Under 2 minutes to go. 3 ball on the way. That's good. Bingo bango. Nell Angloma knocking it down. It is a 2-possession game. Full court pressure applied by the Blue. Heckel breaks out of it. Skinner met by Risache. Was almost given the left side. There's 6 to shoot. Miscommunication for the red, white, and blue, and Colas called for the foul. She can't believe it, but she had her hand caught in the cookie jar. France have limited their three-point shooting. Prior to that shot, they were 30%, 3 for 10. Still a close one, still anybody's game. Semifinals on the line. 1:25 to go, shot clock at 6. Sanaya Hall goes for the shot, it's good. She had 16 points at the end of the first half. She has now tagged along and added 8 in the second. Here's the run and a foul on Betts. That is Betts' 4th personal. And now one of USA's bigs is a foul away from being disqualified. Same with Jazzy Davidson. Jazzy, who usually averages 16 points per game, has been contained exceptionally well by France. She has 2 points in the ballgame. Second one good for Angloma as France breaks the 60-point seal. Double team works out. Colas underneath for Angloma for 2. No good. Followed up by Patash Grinnell. It is now a 4-point game. What a risky turnover from the States, and they may get another one. Will it be? And it's not. It will stay with the States. Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold the phone here. Hold the phone. They're going to get this right. They're going to clarify it. But that double team in France has paid off in a huge way. Exceptional performance. Absolute scenes and Butternull. We'll be back.
That is unbelievable. These guys will be legends in their own countries, but also in the international basketball world.
For those who are just tuning in, here's the story. France outscoring USA 17-14 in the fourth quarter alone, and France has been on a tear in the last minute and change. It has been a 7-2 run for France, which started with 1:55 to go. And now it's a big possession coming up, a huge break for both of these teams. Will a winning streak stay around, or will it be broken? France with the ball. They have to give it up, and they do. Risache. Sachets is into the right side. Shot clock reads 6. Ball patted away by Hall. Shot clock reads 5, 45 seconds to play. And Stella Colas to put it in play. Colas, bounce pass over. Patash Grinnell. She doesn't have a lot of time to think about it. They're going to have to put it up, and it's Risache who misses it off the glass. Betts on the board. And France has to foul, and they let them clear the front court. 23 to play, shot clock reads 10. Kaylee Heckel. Heckel trying to go off of the screen, loses the dribble, found it again. It is the foul on France, their last one to give. So if USA gets to the foul line and knocks down their free throws, that could pretty much do it. But in the meantime, they will inbound it from underneath the basket. Both teams out of fouls to give. Heckel. Underneath to Hall to put the clamps down on this one, possibly. And what could be the possible dagger, Sanaya Hall has done it all. And France will get the possession with 13.8 seconds to go after a timeout. We're officially down to the final few seconds in what has been a close quarterfinal matchup. Can't end the day any better than this. USA with a 6-point lead. France will inbound it from the side. Versace thought about the three that goes off her heel. Ball picked up. They're going to run out of time. They go underneath for the lob for Patash Grinnell. Three ball from Colas. That's good with 2 seconds to go. But it may be too little too late. And France is hoping for a quick steal and a three-pointer. You have 2 seconds to go in the game. USA with the lead and the ball. France on their last trip used too much time, but Stella Colas was able to get a huge three down to give France some hope. We'll take a timeout.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world.
Team USA just a couple of seconds away. We're getting another shot in the semifinals. Down to 2.3 and a foul with 1.2. And if Kaylee Heckel gets these down, that will pretty much do it. Heckel gets the first one. She has a total of 13 points. There are 3 players that have scored in double-digit figures for the States. It is Hall, Heckel, and Betts today. Here's the second one, and that goes down. France will make one more sub, and for all intents and purposes, this one is over. Stella Colas flings it over, and a new record for the United States have been made, but you know what's not new to them? It's becoming a tradition, a trip to the semifinals. The United States have once again made history in the U19 Women's World Cup. 26 wins in a row. It started with Paige Buchers and Caitlin Clark in 2019. And it continues with Sienna Betts, Jersey Robinson, and Jazzy Davidson in 2025. And it did not come easy. They had to fight tooth and nail. It was a dramatic fourth quarter. Not even Shakespeare could write something dramatic as what we've witnessed between these two teams today. France outscored the USA 20-18 in a losing effort. USA a +5 on the boards. Team USA was led by Sanaya Hall, who had 26 points, Nell Angloma in the 20-point region. And now the semifinal brackets have been filled. Have a look. Australia facing Canada, followed by USA and Spain. All the action will get underway with Greg Fada tomorrow. Well, FIBA fans, it's been a pleasure to give the play-by-play for both the men's and women's FIBA U19 World Cup this summer. And it goes to show that international basketball has gone a long way, and there's going to be a lot more outstanding talent to come. So my run commentating these U19 World Cups is over, but there is a lot more action, believe you and me. And I will be watching alongside with you to see who will take home the women's U19 gold. 16 teams started, 4 remains. The final score once again, USA 70, France 65. A big thank you to the staff for FIBA to help make all this possible, from Eros to Bogdan, Paul, Andre, the outstanding commentators, Jacinda Govin, Michael Soroti, Greg Fada, Justin Taylor, and Glenn Marmer. They help make it all happen. And of course, the one and only Nico. Thank you all for tuning in. This be Aaron Sanders reminding you there are plenty of good sports out there, so you be one too. Thank you to Coco, Neen, and Ollie, and all of you for tuning in. You're watching the FIBA U19 Women's Basketball World Cup. For now, I say so long, take care of yourself, and keep on watching FIBA basketball. So long for now.